Welcome to Walkthrough's gameplay video of Wolf Tanks Xbox One. And I got some bad news. I just recorded me completing. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. As you can see, we're not in proving grounds. We didn't join. It shouldn't have joined. Okay, it didn't join. Now, I just recorded me completing the. Or well, I didn't record it. We're gonna see in a second. Where? Oh, it's the squares button. I don't know why I keep thinking that the squares button's on the right, which is not. I did just finish me recording, finishing Tanzania, and I did it in 2 tries, one with the Freedom and one with the T-28. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it wasn't recording. I think I didn't hit the record button, which is odd because I usually stay right at the laptop when I'm hit record button. Now, if you don't know, my current recording setup is terrible. Maybe you're wondering, wait, a terrible recording setup for you? What's wrong? Well, unfortunately, for whatever reason, one day my Apache decided, you know what? I'm not going to record via USB extension anymore. I used to have I still have a USB extension which I test out every single time I record. I have a Amazon Basics USB extension that connects the Apache to the computer, to the mess computer, which is on the other side of the room. I have a long and thin room. However, for whatever reason, one day the Apache decided, you know what? I'm not going to record that way anymore. It just doesn't want to show up on the mess computer when it's connected to the USB. So what I have to do these days is use my grandma's laptop, which is a terrible laptop. It was an El Cheapo laptop from like 4 years ago, from 2009. And at the same time, I got my laptop, which I originally started recording on. And I have it on the ground. I have to lean forward in my armchair. I have to pick up both mouses, have one mouse in my right and another mouse in my left hand, which is really difficult because I usually have to heel out my foot in order to keep leaning that forward. And then I have to hit the record button on my laptop, on my grandma's laptop, then I have to hit record button on my mouse, and that's incredibly distracting. So I might not been able to see me not hit capture, or if I did capture, I wasn't able to see me record because I had to lean forward my seat in order to see the thing. Because I'm in a lazy boy armchair and it's on the ground in front of me. So yeah. So unfortunately, I was not recording, which is pretty bad because it did extremely well. Alright, but anyway, so we're going to try again, and like I said, I beat it with the C28 concept. So I'm going to try to beat it with the Freedom at the very least. If the worst case scenario is I have to play the concept again. But yeah, that's just, I don't know what happened. Again, I should have been looking at it. I really should have been looking at it. And I'm not saying that I wasn't, but I, at the very least, should have been. That is what I commonly do. So if I wasn't looking at it and hit the left mouse button, and hit my left mouse button without looking at my grandma's computer to see if it actually was on the record, then that was probably due to the fact that I'd be staring at Audacity on my Mac computer in order to see if I hit Audacity right, which Audacity's record button is a tiny little button which you have to get the mouse right on in order to do. Well, Apache has a big one, which I better let the move the mouse for. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, it didn't record. So Tanzania, November 1942, German forces are released in Tanzania to battle the mass satellite tanks. Limited time event. All right, let's do this. Tanzania, November. Dot little thing, 1942 proving grounds. But yeah, unfortunately, I did. The first time through I did really well, and this time probably even better because I know I'm shooting at, or I know the positions to get in, but the reactions I got are gone. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I really can't beat myself more than what I'm already doing for messing it up. Alright, here we are. Now we may be wondering why am I not using this U76i? This is, this station's in the same category as the other one. Well, it's because the final flag. Well, we'll see once we get there. I'll explain it later. All right, there they come. Oh, this is a heavy thing this time. Okay, change things up on me before they just sent light tanks and mediums. Fire! Hellcat, you're dead. But as you can see, we got epically flanked. I don't think so yet. I just don't think so. Actually, right, into touch. Using the powers of them not being able to shoot. You see, that's like didn't cheat. Actually, front towards enemy because that's where all our armor is. Oh, we got lucky. Actually, let's just go this way. Wait, whenever after we record something, I know there's a lot of YouTubers that do nothing but record. I know there's YouTubers, and I do watch people that do this. Uh, that re-record everything. That there's some YouTubers that, believe it or not, always play a game first. Especially if they're a more completionist type of person. What's his name? What is this? I'm forgetting the first part of his name. Yeah, look it up real quick. But yeah, there are people that never play a game blind, ever, for any reason. They only play a game, and they usually are complete completionists when they play this game. There are people that play a game for a little bit. Uh, this is most likely. They play a game for a little bit, then they record. By a little bit could be a couple of minutes, which is fine to play mostly through the game, or at the very least play through their video beforehand. And then there are people that do a little bit of both, that play a game maybe once and then play it on camera. But what is his name? Chigga Conroy. That's the guy that always never plays the game blind. Then you got what this channel? I forgot. Oh yeah, then you got EBK Mr. Falcon, which always plays a little bit of the game first. He almost never play a game blind. We probably these aren't good channels, but look at this. Look at this. He's just a buff. And this is how I do it. Because I'm not suicidal, which I guess works, because they didn't get tracked, but then again, they're AI. So yeah, I'm not saying those are wrong ways to play. I just prefer my way of, yeah, as you can see, there's no road going down here. You have to jump down a cliff. I just prefer my way of doing everything blind if I can. I feel really bad when I don't. Especially if I get blind reactions or to figure out. Because the thing that I like to do is I like to figure things out blind on camera. Because I think that's just more genuine, and it's not like I really don't like it when YouTubers say, "Oh, I had this reaction." Uh, basically YouTubers saying, I had this reaction when I came through it first time. And I'm like, why did you do it on camera? Had that reaction on camera? So yeah, it's just a personal taste of mine. If you do it any of those ways, that's fine. Because there are merits for doing it all those ways, which I go over right now. There's merits for doing it the Chuckle Conroy way, in which you never ever play a game blind for any reason, and almost never play a game without playing or without completing it first. Um, that way, because Chuckle Conroy has heavily edited videos in the sense of having lots of information on the screen. Um, So yeah, and basically does gigantic walkthroughs of games. Basically 100% walkthrough of games, more or less. Um, which you can't do that blind. And you can't do it without putting all resources onto just one series. Uh, the normal not so blind way about playing it for a little bit than recording it is good for a review video or video in which you're trying. Oh great, in a video in which you're trying to more or less give a full idea how the game is. And you want to tell people, oh, the game is like this. You might find a place in the game which you think is a good representation of the game. That's fine. I don't like doing it that way. Oh no! Okay, he's jaw track, thankfully. Oh, whoa, no! These are the almost Sheridans. Yeah. The M49 is not Sheridan. It has a Sheridan turret, but has a Walker Bulldog body or hull. Oh no. But see, this fight doesn't cheat either. Oh yeah, but I just like doing it my way because it feels more genuine, and I don't like reiterating my reactions. And also, I don't like the, and also I don't like the feeling of, I got to play it again. In which do it the first time, you don't have to play it the second time. Which that's the thing with all the other, which that's the thing with all the other channel archetypes I told you about. Because there's always this small possibility of not wanting to play through that part of the game again, like tutorials, for instance. Usually, when you're doing the, let's say, the EPK Falcon way, usually it does get very boring tutorials. I used to tell I get bored in tutorials no matter what, but yeah, if you want to show the tutorial off, and you want to show a tutorial, but it's a more boring tutorial, then yeah, that's bad. Yeah, you'll get bored doing it. Um, so yeah, or a boring part of the game, or just playing a game that bores you to begin with. And I wouldn't play that game. Or I might give it, or I might make to it in a different way. Now, the first time, here we are doing we're playing a second time. Oh, the first time I went to this corner, because I looked at the map and saw my tigers were over there, so they most likely would be advancing from over here, and no way they can spawn in that corner, and they might come from this way, but look at that, they spawned in that corner! And both times I got heavy tanks. These are my suspensions injured. Kill this guy before the rest come, and he's actually doing damage because he tracked me. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Where's his friends? Oh, a tank destroyer! Okay, well, those won't come from that direction anymore because someone was hiding there. Actually, the tank destroyer won't be fighting me, so let's damage him and let's fight a T-29. I've been wanting to fight one of these. What are you using? Are you using the 76mm gun? Really, T-29. Are you really using the 76mm? Yes, he is. Oh, thankfully. This guy's new. Gun the gun. Actually, let's blow up his gun just because why not? Oh, actually, he's captain the flag. Never mind. Go for it. Hey, that's like those cheater. Is he actually penetrating me? No, he's not. Don't lock him. That's the thing about locking turns is if you're trying to shoot somebody and you want to look at your tank, you can't. Alright, there we go. But I mean, my first attempt, I didn't do that bad. although I kind of repeated what I did to show you all. I was just going to look at the corner and then fall back to where it's better, which is behind those tigers. No, we're in the corner of the building because you can shoot the guy that's coming from. You can actually turn on auto drive with knock the driver in so you drive instead of me mode. And yeah, I was expecting the guy to come from here, so I was over here or shooting him. But if you go to over here behind the hangar, you can actually be safe from the guys going between the hangars, as well as you can shoot this guy and then shoot that guy that comes around like that. And there's always more or less two guys coming from here, a guy coming from here, and a guy coming from here. Maybe two guys coming from here, but still. And the first time I survived, I didn't do all that well, but I did survive. But if you're playing this mission and you don't want to do it you don't want to do it the corner hugging way, which leaves you exposed to the guy that's hiding over here, then you can sit over there at the edge of that hangar. Anyway, this happened to me too in my second attempt. As you can see, that tiger got stuck. However, before my tiger got stuck over here. After the fall, but yeah, and as you can also see, these guys actually went around from what last we saw, in which they were protecting this area. They went all the way around here. They didn't find anyone. So yeah, so I was like, okay, we got this area clear. They came from over there. So where can they come from? We came from the bottom of the map. We came from the top of the map. Where could they come from? Then I realized, oh wait, they're probably hiding just like this guy, just like the guy in the bottom left corner was. So we've got to prepare for anything. Now I will get in a position in which I won with, because it's insanely difficult to do it any other way. So yeah, we'll do it the non-reaction way and do it the right way. Which is good for, that's a good strategy for a walkthrough, but for blind videos, for sake of showing directions, it's terrible. Alright, here we go. Here we're going up against T-25, AMX 50, 75. All right, we got these things defending us, which you didn't realize where that was before. Now we gotta fire everything over here. However, we got front towards enemy. Oh, an AMX. Oh, an AMX. Like, oh, it's not low tier. Oh, shots tracks. Oh yes, please. Ah! Reload. Another light tank inbound. Oh no, another one of these, but they're not using the. They're not using the big gun. They're not using the Sheridan gun, thankfully. What? I think they are. The T25. Oh yeah, it's a turret version, so he can't range the flag. He is not dumb. Will the target kill? Will the target kill him? No, shoot this guy. Target to kill him. Target to kill him. Or who's that? T32. Well, that's terrible. That's not T29. That's worse. I'll fight you in a second. Because we got take destroyers to kill. Lost the target, but do I care? No. Oh, it's side scraping. And the super person. Oh no. Okay, don't engage. Oh, okay, we have to engage him. We need to get moving. That's what we need to do. He's on the fly. We need to kill him. Hopefully that guy doesn't stay in a good position to actually shoot my side. Oh no, the T-32 is coming this way. Actually, no, it's not. Okay, good thing I checked. Reload. Yep. Reverse. He's gone. Okay, put big things in between us and the T-34. Okay, kill him. Oh, finally our Tiger 2 friend decided to show up. He's done defending. He's gone. We got this guy. We fired the front. You know what? Let's fire inside the third. Ah! We got him! Alright, that was easy. Did 16 minutes. That could have been worse. And we won pretty much only because I got in the right spot again. So in the last footage, I did say that maybe I could have won if I was in the right spot like I was last time. Last time in terms of video. When I was in the T28 concept. Here's that you can. All right, so we finally beat a hammer. So we finally beat the hammer. The hammer a hammer mission with something that's remotely similar to a tiger, which is a Pershing. It is the anti-tiger. It is the American tiger, basically. So that was good. That felt good. All right. And let's go to some topics which I need to talk about, which I was too busy talking about how I do my videos as opposed to other people and why both have merits. All right. So thinking about proving grounds, which I found that if you're in a tank that is at least tier 7 and above, you can't make money. Because you don't really make money from, actually you do make money from kills. Because you can't make money in tier 2s and 3s, even on defeats and even with not killing a lot of things. However, in tier 8s and above, since you spend so much money repairing and shooting stuff with weird shells, even with a freedom which is dirt cheap to run, you still gotta pay money for it. So even on a victory, you still have to pay money. It's like playing a tier 10 or something. So yeah, what I wish they did is I wish you didn't cost anything to run, and I wish you didn't get anything in return. Basically, you play Proving Grounds just to train or to purely have fun. Same with the same thing happens in. Let me get back to it, and I will just press B this time. Yes, Proving Grounds. Same thing happens if you're in team training. In team training, you do not get money for anything, but it does cost money to run. I wish the same thing happened. I wish you didn't get money and you didn't get money, you didn't lose money. Basically the methodology for most multiplayer games out there that are PvP oriented and mostly competitive multiplayer games. Like Halo. In Halo, you start noticing it in Halo Reach because you need money to buy things in Halo Reach. Which in Halo Reach, you need money to buy things. You have a store to buy things. Of course, they're all cosmetic items, and it's not micromanaging anyway. It's just buying items for use in game without spending more money. It's a game from 2009. What do you want from it? Or when was Halo Reach released? But that's beside the point. Like 2010. But that's beside the point. It's a game for a couple of years ago. In Halo Reach, you only get a tiny bit of money for doing forge matches, or you get a tiny little bit of money for playing custom games, which is just playing with friends, or invited people. and you get tons of money for four, which is making maps basically adding items to pre-existing maps, and maybe taking away those items. You don't get that much money, but you still get money, so it's not wasting complete time if you're only into competitive multiplayer, which is the main multiplayer of Halo Reach. So yeah, we should do it that way. Um, but I'm not quite sure what other multiplayer. I'm not quite sure what. No, going to a different topic in the same topic area. I'm not quite sure what other multiplayer, free-to-play multiplayer games. That's being extremely broad term. Like basically games like Wolf Tanks, World Warships, World Warplanes, Armored Warfare, War Thunder, Ghost in the Shell for Online, Fractured Space. Oh, Fractured Space doesn't have them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how other games other than this deal the fact of playing tanks that are non how do you say it? Not playing things or playing game modes that are non the base game mode. Well, Armored Warfare does it one way. Armored Warfare basically gives you more or less the same reward for playing PvE, because PvE in that game is not only another mode for you just to practice on, it's actually, another again makes the game unique, and another game mode for you to play. Um, Very similar to, let's say, the campaign mode in Titanfall. So it gives you the same amount of money. Kind of wish it was like that in Wolf Tanks, but I'm being nice to them and asking for basically something that's a very low bar. Basically, take nothing and give nothing. If they would like to give something, like let's say 1,000 or 2 per match at like tier 8, that's fine. That's not bad. That's nice of them. But taking away a lot of things for playing a game mode, even though it's not the main game mode, even though it's meant for just practice, is probably pretty bad. And actually makes people not play it as much. Basically, people that need to play it for basic training purposes, for basic practice, well, they might not play it because it actually costs them money. That's bad. So yeah. Then we'll warships. It's co-op mode. I don't think it's much, but I still get some. I don't think in War Thunder's single player you get anything, or if you do, I don't. If you do, it's not gonna be much. And do you even use the same vehicles that you usually use in multiplayer in War Thunder? But thing I don't know. Someone who knows War Thunder should should be no. Would be nice. Please put in the comments what if you get anything out of single player. If not, then it's just there. You have to buy single player, but still. Then you got Ace Combat Infinity, which it's single player. Has you get no reward, but then you get no cost to either. Um, so yeah, but then again, you don't get a cost for running your planes, and Ace Combat Infinity, you just get no reward. So yeah, so I wish there was no reward, no gain, I no lose, no gain system. Because it really sucks losing all that money. I mean, it's not a lot of money, as you can take up millions, but if you don't have millions, if in Wolf Tanks DC, I don't have millions, and I'm at uh 6 now with the OI, and I don't have that much money to even buy another tank. So yeah, so if I play Proving Grounds, I would lose tons of money, which I could use to buy a tank. So yeah, yeah, that's bad. But anyway, so yeah. Um, but anyway, those were good missions regardless. Uh, I did like them over the normal missions, and I did do like the fact that, and I don't regret playing them. Yeah, Halo Reach came out in 2010, I thought so. I don't regret playing them, so yeah. And, if you have All Things console and you were willing to play, and you got till when the hammer goes out, so which I will believe will be the 31st. So yeah, you got till then to play it, and yeah. All right, so yeah, they're not going on and on for a couple of minutes, but anyway. Um, by the way, so yeah, I'll be getting the hammer probably the 29th if it gets base. I'm getting unloaded the slightly earlier date, which is, let me check. Slightly earlier date would be the 22nd, so I might get it then, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, but anyway, so yeah. Um, but yeah, they were good missions aside from the fact that I still don't know why that flag cheats. The last flag on the curse mission, I don't know why it cheats. It shouldn't cheat because the last flag of Tanzania doesn't cheat. So it probably isn't there to increase difficulty, um, like I thought it was. But it also, it could be a bug, or it could just really be there to increase difficulty because apparently that mission is more difficult than Tanzania. Which Tanzania is okay, is less difficult because you got the spot. But Kursk is more difficult. Well, I wish in the Kursk mission A the flag didn't cheat, it acted like a normal flag, as in they lose cap for taking damage and dying, as opposed to not losing cap as long as the vehicle's in the cap circle. Because basically, if basically the guy is capping, you shoot him, he's one shot away from death. Um, and then you got another tank closing in the cap circle, and then you have a shot fired. It's going to impact him. It's about 1 inch away from him. Like the shell is about to touch the tank, and then another tank comes into the cap circle. The shell impacts the tank. The tank explodes, and the cap, which is now like 45% capped, will continue going. And as you saw in a normal mode, the cap will go back to zero because the tank that is capping, the tank with all the cap points, is gone. Therefore, the cap loses all the cap points. However, I guess it acts like Battlefield, in which if a guy runs to get on the flag, at the last second, the flag doesn't go down. However, then in Battlefield, you can contest the flag. So if you got one guy and there's another guy, if you have like three guys and there's one guy guarding the flag, then the flag will keep going up, or two guys actually. There's one more equals and then can contest. But that's a first-person shooter, and you saw how much problem I had with that blasted flag. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I wish no flag had those properties. At the very least, make it so. At the very least, make it so they don't take. When they take damage, the flag doesn't go. The flag cap doesn't go away. That makes sense. That's actually in the 1 or 2 game modes. However, definitely make it so when they die, they lose all the cap points. Or at least most of them. Because as you saw in the last video of the last match of the last video, we would have won if that guy. It was not on the side of the wall. The cap circle was smaller, but that's fine. If that guy, if the cap would have, got lowered at least a little bit by the fact that he lost a teammate, and we would have won the first time with the super version if the same thing had happened. Or at least we would have had a slightly higher chance of winning. But anyway, so yeah, but there were still good maps, and it's still nice of them to have multiplayer or special proving ground events, special proving ground missions for that. But anyway, we're going on for too long. All right, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate you watching on this video. Let me to comment suggestions for this series or any tips on how I'll play. Well, thanks in general. No tips, news, comments, but there's no tip. And also, I do have a Twitter, by the way, in which you can tweet me, or I keep saying that. No, that's not what I want to say. What I want to say is where I tweet out channel updates as well as news about games I'm doing, we'll be doing or have done, and news that you'll see me interested in. Also, if you wish to contact me about a game that you have that you like me to cover, or a game that you like me to cover, whether or not it is your game or not, you can contact me via YouTube private message, which you can find that in the about page of my channel page, or you can contact me on email, which is in the description with the Twitter page, or with the link to my Twitter as well as my Twitter name. Um, and you can contact me there. All right, so yeah, by the way, I much prefer if it was a question to be in the comments so that people can see the question. Um, but if it's, but if, yeah, but if it's a game that you would like me to cover, you can send me a message or email. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. Uh, you, you, you guys and gals didn't really tell me if you like my blind stuff better or my having to go back and play something better. You gauge how bad I feel when I do that. Alright, so, yeah, that'll be it for this video, and I guess, see you in the skin.